Hey guys, this is my budget-friendly and beginner setup for USPSA. I really think it's one of the best options out there. The best value options, I should say. Obviously, there's going to be better belts, better firearms, better magazines, better holster hangers, everything like that. But if you're just getting into it, wanting to get started, or you just want a backup set, or you want to have a buddy come along with you, I really think this is a great option. So let me walk through what I have. We're going to go firearm, holster, magazines, and belt. I'll link everything below. I'm not entirely sure what they all are. And we'll go pretty quick. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Let's get started. Okay, so the first one for the firearm, it's the Canik SFX Rival. It's the polymer version. This is just a really solid gun. I'm looking forward to trying the steel sometime, but for now the polymer works great. It's a little bit cheaper. I picked this up used, I think for $585, if I remember right, something like that. So for a full-size competition pistol, that's a bargain. The red dot that I have on this is Fox Army. They did send it to me actually to review. I've been a really big fan of it. It's a little bit cheaper. It's on Amazon. And I don't know, for me, for competition, I don't need 1000% reliability. This has been 100% reliable for me, to be fair. But I'm totally comfortable running an optic like this on a competition pistol because, again, I'm just looking for budget friendly. So excellent firearm for that. Now it comes with the holster, the Caniks do, which is really nice. And then I just have the Boss holster hanger on here. That's what the other, that's what Nils run. He does Canik. He's, world champion. So good enough for him, good enough for me. So that's that part of it. Now the Canik comes with two 18-round magazines. So what I did is I got the extensions for them. So this end piece, so it adds +4. So it goes from an 18-round mag to a 22-round mag. And then there's an extra spring and follower that you can put in here that gets it to a 24+1. And it still fits within, this is for limited optics and carry optics. Carry optics if you take off the mag well. So it still fits within all those regulations, but it gets you 24 as opposed to 18. Now, I brought two different versions of it. I can't remember them. I will link them just to test out. I do like this style better. Only because for my specific gun in the specific years that it was made, I won't get too much into details, the mag well is a little bit wider, and so when you put this in, it jiggles a little bit. So if you'll notice, I have an O-ring on it, and that's to keep it from wiggling, but that O-ring got stuck on me once. So I think just the more that I do it, it'll kind of work in and it'll be a lot better. But for now, I always prefer to start with this one because it's a much cleaner pulling it out. The other thing that I bought was two 20-round magazines. So these are from Canik. These are stock OEM, whatever. And it just has the +2 base plate. So, you could tell it's a little bit shorter. And these are just mainly my backup ones. I've noticed doing USPSA, like I only use my first mag or two. Some stages I can shoot with just one mag now that I have this extension on there. But this is just a backup. So again, I didn't need to break the bank. And I figured if I was gonna be purchasing another magazine, I might as well get at least 20 as opposed to it like the stock 18 one. Okay, so there is that. Now for the actual belt itself, this is from Krydex from Amazon. For the price, I think it's the best value. That's because for everything here, for 4 or 5, and the belt, inner and outer, it's about the same price as getting any other belt somewhere else. And then you have to purchase these magazines separately. Now, the one downside to it is it does have this knob right here. That's the tension knob. So if you crank that up, like it gets a little bit harder to pull it out. But what happens for me, set that back to where it was before. What happens for me is if I have a sloppy draw on my magazine, my middle finger catches there. Or if I totally miss the index, my pointer finger is going to be there. Mainly it's just my middle finger as I'm coming down. So for me, that's just a training issue. And I think it's actually kind of a good thing as a beginner because it's going to train you to index like this every single time. You can't be sloppy with it. When I did my competition with this, I never got caught on it. But as I was home and just starting out, working on those reloads, it would catch. So that's just a training thing, which again, I think is long-term a good thing, but short-term it's gonna be a little bit tricky. At least it was for me, right? Otherwise, it's really nice. It is, like I said, the 2-belt system. So you've got it here. The other thing that I would do is, or that I will do, is to get the little, the 2x2 patches to put it on here. So I have these pretty close together, which means that there's not a lot of contact here, technically a little bit of wiggle room. Now I didn't have any issues with it, but I do want a little bit more contact, a little more stability on the left side there. And then the inner belt is the soft one, so you could wear this to the range. You're not gonna scratch yourself or anything. And then when you get to the range, then you can actually put it on just like that. You can see it comes here. Just like that. And then if I load it up again for you. So let me know what your setup is. If you have any other ideas or options. A lot of people run a magnet, but again, for me, budget, beginner friendly, don't really need that. So it holds everything. I can move. It's gonna hold everything right there. Like I always know where that draw is. So I don't have any issues with it. Works really, really well. Again, what would you change?